Hey, it's playoff week. It's playoff week, horned up. Let's go.
Woo, let's do it. Hell yeah. I don't care what happened last Sunday night. It's a whole
Watch
new
your
season
mouth.
now.
We're not talking
Whole
about
new
last
season.
week.
Whole new season. Vikings going to LA. Maybe play the Rams.
Don't you dare close your eyes. Davey, Joni, Nitzberg, FW Ender, FT Matty Man, Boz Daddy, what's going on? Julian Marker was on the round table. Thanks for saddling up. Nax, what's going on?
Good evening and is welcome. Here. Mason M, how you doing?
Mason, I'm going to say it's Mason Morris. Mason
I think it's just M. Like, that's it.
No, there's a period after it.
Yeah, it's just because it's cool.
Nah, it's not real.
Way cooler.
He has a full last name. Plenty to talk about tonight. We got Thor Nystrom coming on as well. Look forward to seeing him. I haven't seen him in a while. He's always a good time.
Yeah, he is. Fantastic. I mean, he really pushed the J.J. McCarthy movement last year. He made me fall in love with him even harder. So I want to find someone I can fall in love with again this year.
Amadi, if we win, hopefully we see you in 2 weeks. Kick the shit out of you, huh?
Yeah, Amadi. But hey, congrats. Your team kicked our ass.
I gave enough flowers on the NFC roundtable. I gave them their due. They beat us fair and square. But now we're on the Vikings channel. So I can throw a little bit back.
Yeah. We'll throw it back. Hey, Tim Bossman made it on time. The new profile pic.
It's a great picture.
It is. It's fantastic.
5280 Vikings. Great name.
Good. We're doing good. We're moving on. Get ready for next week. Next Monday. Another primetime game. Get to the playoffs. Me off. Yeah, play on a Monday night. Really wanted like the noon middle game on Sunday, or the middle game on Sunday. That's what I wanted.
T-Bass, toughen up, man. Don't be such a Sally.
Poor T-Bass.
Put your under, what's the word? Skibbies on. Long underwear. That's what I'm thinking of.
Amadi doesn't like Jake, who we scolded with, apparently. Dude annoys him.
Hold on, what? Bro, I was in jail that night, got a little to drink. But I hope you all beat Jake's Rams. That dude annoys me. I like Jake. I enjoyed him quite a bit. Very knowledgeable, very smart, very low key. I liked it. Hit up the Sculling with the Enemy if you guys haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, he's very well spoken.
Yeah, he knows his shit. Hey, Nitzberg, watch your mouth. You shut up.
Yeah, we can ban you from the comments, Nitzberg. We got the power.
You've been bullying us for 2 weeks. Telling us to shut up. It stops now.
Yeah, or we're gonna make you do a takeaway and make you send us something that you have.
Dusty Ray's been sick. Damn it.
No!
Dusty. Heard they're moving the game to Arizona. I don't know if I've been off Twitter for 2 hours. I fully expect it. I don't think they've announced it yet.
I don't think there's been anything announced unless Dusty Ray's breaking news on the One Bar and Lupagus show.
I know we know you are, Nitzberg. We're just giving you shit. Dan, what's going on? Vic Ryder, what's going on? Purple pumpkin face skulls just says fun.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Just checking a quick look, see if there's any updates here on that whole game.
See, Amadi loves us. Just loves us deep down. We're starting to make him want to be a Vikings fan, and that's okay, Amadi. It's okay. We love you. Welcome.
I think in the dark by himself, he might do the skull chant.
Butt ass naked.
Of course, obviously.
Tim Lindsay. Jersey's in the mail.
Oh yeah.
You didn't pick what jersey you wanted, so I just picked for you, man. I mean, it's a JJ McCarthy, so hopefully you're all good. You're gonna look good in that. You send us a picture when you get it.
Let's say I hope you didn't send him like a Thomas DePay jersey.
Yeah, I sent him a Jonathan Bullard. Nice Johnny Bullard jersey.
Not bad. It's a deep cut. That's a deep cut. Any super chats again? We'll get you on the wheel for trivia, little giveaway from
trivia tonight. Feel confidence fairly low.
Do you know what the category is?
I would assume it's the Rams and Vikings.
It's not the Rams.
Well, and then it's even lower. Was it Vikings playoff history? Because
Vikings playoffs is the category.
Oh man, I'm gonna do bad. I'm gonna do bad about that one. Let's see. Oh, Lord Duncan, what's going on? Thor will be on tonight. Thor will be on a little after 7:10ish, but let's hop into some shit. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Stud of the week recap, as always. Again, in a game like that, hard to pick a stud, but Andrew Van Ginkel was a stud. That beautiful hit he put on Jahmyr Gibbs. I still don't know how Jahmyr Gibbs is functioning, has any bodily control. After that, it was beautiful. Almost had the pick six late. That would have put us back in the game. 50% of the vote. Grenard came in second with 28%. So that's Van Ginkel's second or third?
Maybe I want to say it's at least his third. I was going to say third or fourth.
I think it's his third.
Van Ginkel, man. Even on Roundup, people just talking him up. Opposing teams love them some Andrew Van Ginkel. He's so good. Well deserved.
Alex Rush. I think the Skull Gummies are a shade of purple.
Yeah, they're a nice little darkened berry color. I don't know the exact color. Also, we got to give a shout out to Top Tater, sponsoring Horned Up as always every damn week. We appreciate Top Tater. Plethora of flavors, plethora of sizes. You can dunk anything in that stuff. So get yourself some Top Tater. Bob's Daddy coming up.
I'm trying to eat a little healthier this year, so I think I'll be dipping carrots in my Top Tater.
There you go. I like it. I like your style.
All right, let's jump into some Vikings news, and there is some nuggets here. Vikings news just always seems to be unfurling every single week. Again, let's just go to the game this week. This Monday, Chief NFL spokesman Brian McCarthy, no relation to JJ as far as I know, said NFL is monitoring the fire situation in California and how it could impact the playoff game. And Purple Persuasion just had something up from the NFL tonight that sounds like it would be played in Glendale, Arizona if they do move it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you think that's something they would announce fairly soon. I don't know the logistics or rules behind that. A lot of Vikings fans in Arizona. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I don't want to like a bad situation. I want to like, hey, all right. It's horrible, but Arizona is the spot they'd move to. It makes sense.
Yeah, and obviously we're thinking everybody out there in California affected by the fires. Our good friend Coda, I know she can see the smoke from where she's at, so we're definitely thinking of her and Babushka. It's scary. Fires are horrifying, especially how fast they can move. We're able to smoke as well. So we'll see what happens. And for the Rams, it's not like the Rams have a strong home field advantage. Like I think last time we played there was a very large number of Vikings fans. I saw KOC was on with Paul Allen. He was saying how like they had to go silent count in their own home stadium last time they were in the playoffs.
A lot of Vikings fans. Alyssa, what is shaking? Alyssa. I mean, we got only like 50 or something watching on YouTube, but Twitter blowing up. I mean, we got like almost 500 people watching right now. So hit that like button, hit that sub if you haven't. We're almost at 13,000.
Yeah, I don't know did you put Vossman's coming up? He's 30 miles from those fires. They're bad. He can't see the game being played there.
I believe it, Vossman. You stay safe, Vossman.
Absolutely, Vossman. All right, Louis Steen. Louis Steen has himself a new team. He was signed to the Eagles' 53-man roster. Which means maybe the Vikings go against their former first-round pick in the playoffs.
Maybe Louis Steen wins a Super Bowl. It only makes sense. You know what? I don't give a shit. Good for him. Guy's still in the league. He's what, an Eagle?
He's an Eagle.
Then they signed him off was it the Bills practice squad?
Yeah.
I'd be pissed, man. He's got a lot better chance of getting that ring if he's on the Bills. I mean, the Eagles are no slouch themselves, but dude's got a chance to get a Super Bowl ring, and it burns my ass. I hate it. I hate to think about it. Good for him.
Yeah, good for Louis Steen. We'll see. They took what was our scuzzy safety of ours? That 6th-round pick.
Marcus Epps.
Marcus Epps.
That dude has had a very good career.
When he was here, he was cut, and all of a sudden he goes on and has a nice career with the Eagles. So, yeah, he went from scuzzy to sexy. We'll see if Louis Steen can go that route. Cramp Tripper, great comment there. Tuna salad.
Any tuna salad, tuna subs, tuna is effing disgusting. Gross. Canned tuna. I'd rather eat your butt.
I enjoy it. Nice tuna salad.
It's disgusting.
Sister-in-law makes a delicious one. And I like a good tuna melt. I like a good tuna melt.
Yuck. It's gross.
Tuna's not bad. All right, let's go some more Vikings news. Justin Jefferson, remember him, named to the NFLPA first-team All-Pro. Congratulations, Justin Jefferson. Always well-deserved.
Well-deserved. No-brainer, but well-deserved.
Yeah, it is a no-brainer. And last nugget here, obviously, I know you already did a video on this, but Daniel Jones has been signed up to the active roster. Brett Rippon was released. So Danny Dimes, I mean, will he be the emergency quarterback? I don't know, but he's on the active roster as of right now, which makes him eligible for a compensatory pick this year.
Yeah, had to be done sooner or later. We'll see. Just it has no bearing on what happens this playoffs or what happens on this roster. But Brett Rippon, thank you for your time.
Yeah, and I assume he would come back at some point to the practice squad. We'll see what happens. Alex Rush, if the Vikings beat the Rams, then the Lions, it's a movie. Yeah, I mean, they got it's so weird because our 2-game losing streak in the season was Lions-Rams, and now it's set up to repeat itself unless we can change the past, like changing the future.
Viking funeral burger. So if I'm at home, lettuce, onions, ketchup, mustard, and a little bit of mayo.
Any cheese?
Cheese, yes. Pepper jack, ideally.
Yeah, I like to mix a little mayo with something spicy. Get a little spicy mayo going. A
little spicy mayo, yeah. It's fair game. It's fair game. I like ketchup on my steak. I like that.
Yeah, let's see. I only like ketchup with like burgers and fries, and actually,
I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to. I can see Viking Funeral just punching a screen, hearing that. What else we got?
We can dip right into the mailbag. We
dip-de-dip-de-doo.
I think we have about 6 questions, and 2 of these kind of overlap. But let's. This one's from Cowboy Ranger. Cowboy Ranger loves sending us questions. With big leg Will's issues, whether lack of confidence or he's hurt still, do you just go for it, 4th and short, go for 2, or trot him and risk costing the game?
Bum, 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 bum.
Lumina says you have to have ketchup when you cook your steak well done. Yeah, maybe.
I like my steaks real well done. No pink. Will's our guy, right? They're not going to not kick field goals in the playoffs because they don't trust him. If that's the case, he's not on the roster. I mean, this is the playoffs, baby. Playoffs, the same preseason game too. So I mean, Kevin O'Connell was talking about, he trusts him moving forward. He's their guy, whatever. We'll see what happens. I mean, they're going to kick field goals with him. Doesn't mean I'm going to feel great about it. I'm really more scared about his kickoffs.
That was so bad. I remember they even asked KOC, was that by design? He said, no, it's just a shank.
It was a horrible kick, basically.
KOC's been very upfront, very honest, very open. He has all the faith in Will Reichard. Monday night, 48-yard attempt early in the game. I expect him to roll there and do it. I just think, last game, we had all those options inside the 20. Of course you're going to go for it, especially against a team like the Lions. But yeah, KOC's not giving up on him. You want him to work through this. I know you don't have the time to really do that with the playoffs, but he's got to get his confidence back. The only way to get it back is to make field goals in games that matter.
Dusty Ray. I'm a ketchup and pickles only guy.
Interesting.
I like it. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully Will comes out and whatever it is, injury, confidence, hopefully he shakes that dirty bug, that dirty, stinky bug.
Yeah, he's got something crawling up in his orifices right now. We got another one from Must He Insane 166. I think these same guys always drop questions every week, and we appreciate that very, very much.
Hell yeah.
Will short passes have to be necessary to put up points with our inconsistent interior?
What do you got?
I mean, this Rams front does worry me with Kobe Turner, Jared Verse, and Braden Fisk. They're a serious issue. And I think they're all up in Sam Darnold's business last time. I would do it, but we also had time last week, too, where we were dropping back. There was some time to scan the field. Interior's been horseshit all season long. It's like this is a new issue. It's been very bad. It's going to continue to be bad. I think we're used to it. But, yes, I would do some quick hitters, but I don't think you just do that. You got to take
they got to mix them in, but the Rams secondary is not great. They give up a lot of yards in the air, and a lot of it is because of that secondary. Man, schooling with the enemy, Jake was talking him up, but I feel like he talks up a lot of position. Like, I think he's very invested and very proud of his Rams boys. So I don't think he talks bad about them, but their secondary ain't good. Take advantage of that shit. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson, they suck against tight ends. I mean, Dinkin and Duncan's one thing, but they got to stretch the field. They got to go for it. They got to put up points. We had 3 field goals last week.
Especially if your red zone struggles last week, historically bad. Maybe hit some explosive plays. I know Cam Akers busted off the 60-yard run, and KLC said I was surprised he said this. He said he was going to go throw a block because of the red zone struggles. You know how bad it was going to lead to red zone and how bad they've been. He was very concerned during the game. So, and he's the head coach. So that's a little bit concerning.
Yes. What else we got?
We got one from Matamita. I remember him.
I do. Think about him all the time.
I do too. Do you think KOC will try to change anything for the playoff game to address Sam high throwing issues he displayed, or do you think he's just going to trust that Sam will get it together for the playoffs?
Oh, he's got to trust him. It's too late. We're all in. You're not going to change up the offense or do anything different. It's just like, Sam, don't suck like you did last week. And you know what? He's not going to. He's not going to. I don't think for a second. So no, if he were to change up the offense based off of that one game, I mean, Kevin O'Connell's way too good of a coach for that. He's way too smart to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's just going over fundamentals with him this week, footwork, all that stuff, just working them through it. But as far as changing anything, no, you got to trust him at this point. He's had some stinkers during the season. He's worked his way through it. I didn't expect him to have that kind of game last Sunday like he did. He's shown how good he can be. And I still I'm concerned that it couldn't get fixed in game. Like, it just, whatever happened, whether it was at halftime, nothing could be adjusted to get him back on track during the game. Does concern me. It's a new week. I know Sam, after that Jacksonville Jaguars game, sat down and led the meeting and self-evaluated himself. And he was very good after that. Hopefully he does something similar and gets himself back on track for this game.
I mean, he's not like a Nintendo cartridge. You can't just blow into him and hit it a few times and put it in. All of a sudden it's fixed. He was not on his game. Like, I know we talked about this during the live. It's like, I don't know if that was really fixable. Whatever his emotions were, whatever was in his head, you can't just snap your fingers and he's like, oh, all right, coach, you're right. Let's go get him. It was a bad week. It was the worst week you could ever seen. So it is what it is. He's got to move on from it.
Yeah, I just thought maybe you try to give him a rhythm at some point. Quick little rollout passes, easy completions.
They were doing short ones though, and they were
doing long ones. Straight back in the pocket,
they were doing anything.
A couple easy things going, and nothing was working. But going back to the Nintendo game, what was your preferred method of trying to get to work? I always did the slow.
That's why your Nintendo games reeked of death.
Yeah, but they worked.
No, I would just always put it in, let it hit the lip, get it really close, and have it hit the lip of it, and it usually worked. The blowing thing was just something like to keep you busy. That didn't do anything. It just was, if you went to blew in it and still just took it out and put it in, pretended you blew, it would still have the same effect.
The slow blow actually worked pretty well, but then also, you get it in there, and then you got to slide it over to kind of get to really connect. So, yeah. I mean, some of these kids are probably too young to even really understand the struggle.
There's kids watching?
I mean, younger guys, 20 years old, Lost Man. Oh boy. All right. Cowboy Rangers said, what? I got another question for you guys. Can Sam Darnold return to being Slaying Sammy, or is the pressure going to be too much again? If it is, do you keep him in anyway so you can tag and trade? Bench him and play Danny Dimes or Mullins, and then he's worth nothing, but you may have a chance to win. He's asking questions and then trying to answer them in the same comment.
Sam Darnold's the quarterback, man. Anything he's doing is not affecting what he's going to make next year. I think he could honestly, I don't think he's going to. If he laid an egg this week, I still don't think it really affects teams wanting him and what they're going to pay for him. Whether that's the Vikings, whether that's whoever it might be, the Jets. It is what it is. He put together a beautiful season. Speaks for itself. You can't just judge it off a week.
Oh, gosh. See, slow blowing does work well. And here's my thought. Maybe getting him, the big game last week, national spotlight, the biggest game in regular season NFL history, having that experience, going through that big game like that, you expect him to be more calm for this one? The Miracle team, they played Russia, 2 weeks before the Olympics, got their ass kicked, but at least they faced them. And now he's kind of had that same thing where he's faced some, high pressure game, high profile game. Is this going to be better for him just because he's already gone through it once?
Good analogy. Nobody knows. We can guess. He's never done it. He's never had a playoff game. Norman Henry. Love you, man. Thank you, Omar Lopes, for another great season of entertainment. Much respect. Norman, we're going to be here all offseason too, man. Get used to these faces.
We're not going away.
Nobody knows. He's never played a playoff game. He's never played in these meaningful games. So we will see. The first glance we got at it was dog shit. Can't happen again. Hopefully he got all the
demons, yeah, all that kind of stuff out of him. Scrubbed himself clean. Got a couple more here. This one is from Tim Lindsay, the winner of the JJ McCarthy jersey. Congratulations again, Tim. Very proud of you. Do you think KLC and Flores will have some new plays and schemes dialed up for the playoffs, or will we just see more of the same?
Not going to change. We won 14 games. We're not changing anything.
I mean, I think they'll do some different stuff. I think they look at the Rams tape. They're going to adjust to what they saw during that game.
Are you talking about the first time we played them?
I think that's what he means.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, absolutely. No, you're right. I thought you meant changing up our whole offense and defense.
No. I think just some different schemes and plays. Yeah, and maybe, not blitz Stafford, or...
Well, and also they're going to be Brian Flores, whether it's real or not, saying, "Hey, they had Johnny."
John, wow,
sir, appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
He's saying he had 3 hours to prepare for Puka Nacua. They didn't expect he was going to play. I mean, they know what they're facing. The Rams offense, like Jake was saying earlier on Schooling, it just hasn't been overly great. He said they're doing enough to get the job done, but their offense is a little bit of concern. So, yeah, of course they're going to change some stuff up. 100%.
Yep.
We got Blake Cashman this time.
Yeah, and TJ Hawkinson as well. So, we got a little more full in the cupboard than we were the first time. Last question.
Full in the cupboard?
Yeah, Michael Black.
I think it's the cupboard's more. I don't know if you said that right.
Full in the cupboard.
Michael Blackie, what's going on, buddy?
Hell yeah, Michael Blackie's here. All right. Chris Vikings 30 says, what part of the team do you fear the most will be our demise in the playoffs? Defense or offense? He doesn't even suggest that we might not have a demise in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's my answer, man. There's no demise here. I'm not predicting a demise until I see it. Not happening. I'm not doing it.
Well, I'm gonna answer his question.
Thank you for the question.
And just say, it could be either one, because we've seen both sides have some serious issues. The first time we played the Rams were marching down the field, easy peasy. And then, it was looking like a shootout. We've had games where the offense failed last week. Offense, 4 chances inside the red zone. Defense gave them 2 chances, one inside the 50, one inside the 10 on turnovers. They still couldn't convert. So we've seen the offense fail. So I don't know. Pick your poison. It could be either one if we do demise, but I'm not going to say we're having a demise either.
No demise. Not allowed. Thor will be coming on here shortly. I got to send him the link. But, man, Twitter, a lot of viewers on Twitter tonight.
This is crazy. Wow. Alyssa, yeah, there you go. We got Miss Positivities. He's going to manifest.
There we go.
No demise. Johnny says, I want the Lions again. Give me those damn.
I want the Lions so damn bad. I want them. I need them. That's the whole reason I want to win this damn game. Michael Blackie,
thank you so damn much. So that does empty our mail sacks. So thank you everybody who sent in a question. Very much appreciate it. Look at JDT93. This will be the fucking Rams demise. That's who's gonna have the demise.
Yeah,
Rams.
There you go. All right, I gotta send Thor the link. Get him on here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh shit! I almost sent him something very wrong.
Oh no! What was it going to be?
My recent search history.
Oh no! Hang on, I left half the agenda off my list here.
Holy-hoo. Pittsburgh wants the Packers. Viking Funeral just says mail sacks.
That's a good comment. Nisper wants the Packers. That would be at home if we do get them. So
Packers and Eagles, man. I think the Eagles are going to kick the shit out of the Packers.
I would be shocked if they didn't. I'd be shocked that game was even close.
Well, I mean, the Packers shocked the Cowboys last year in the playoffs. They were like
thanks to Aaron Jones,
7.5 points, and they put up 45 points or something.
They killed them.
Alex Rush believes. Hell yeah, believe. Monday night. I really wish that was a Sunday afternoon. I wanted the 3:00 Sunday game.
It would have been.
I want Monday night.
It would have been absolutely ideal. And we get Monday night. 14-win team gets Monday night.
Boss man now apparently works for the Vikings, selling legacy bricks. If anybody's interested, John Carlone at the Packers.
To put in the stadium, the section, is that what that is?
Well, we can. While Thor's hopping on, we can hop. I mean, we can touch on the Rams a little bit here.
Well, Yeah, let's start with the first topic in this game. Let's everybody comment, play along too. What's your trust level in Sam Darnold after the performance on Monday or last Sunday night, and just throughout the whole season? Trust level in this game from our quarterback, Sam Darnold, Ginger Jesus.
Trust level like 1 to 10. 10
no,
being
I was in the percentages, but whatever you want to do. Let's do 1 to 10. 1 to 10 is fine.
1 to 10. 10 being 100% confident.
Mm-hmm. Luminous 0.
Jesus, man. Come on. 35 touchdowns. Quarterback rating over 100 in like damn near every game. How could we bail on Sam so quick?
Boss Man's got 8 or 9. 8 or 9.
Here's what I'll say is if the number's low and it's because you don't know how he's going to perform on a big stage, that's fair. If you're just jumping ship and think he sucks now, then I can't buy into that. Like,
but I mean, you also like this can also just be a personal thing. Like, well, how do you feel inside? Like, what's your gut telling you? Like, I mean, that's also part of it. Like, do you fully trust him? Like, what's your insides telling you?
10. Trust him.
I knew you were going to say a 10. Is that what you're going with, the 10?
You're basing this off just last week?
No.
You're basing it off the whole season. Yeah. So how the fuck can it not be a 10? He was damn near in consideration to be an MVP. And now all of a sudden we don't trust him. Give me a break. That's so weak.
Well, here's the thing: is like, he's not inward. He's the reason he lost that game last week. It's Sam Darnold. He was horrible. He couldn't hit anybody.
You said it was the whole season, not the last week. I know,
but that's a big factor last week. And then he had a couple turds. You go back in here, you do it again. I'm at about a 7 with Sam. I'm worried. I'm very concerned. I also feel like he could go right back to where he was against the Packers and just looking like the greatest damn quarterback who's ever played. So. Yeah, I can see it going either way, but I'm going to lean more to trusting him, but I am concerned. I'm worried.
He's had a bad offensive line all year. He's had the same issues all year. Aaron Glenn brought the house, man. He brought the house. Like if Sam Darnold was coming off of a stretch of like 3 or 4 bad games going into the playoffs, I would feel much different. I need a bigger sampling than one game against a Super Bowl contender with Aaron Glenn, one of the best defensive minds in the league. I need more of a sampling before I do that.
But he also had they're playing backups to backups. They weren't playing like starters. I mean, these were scuzzy players that were going against Sam Darnold and made him look like ass.
I'm just saying, I'm not letting one game all of a sudden decide if I have confidence in Sam Darnold, who got us to 14 wins this year. That's it.
Yeah, weak. It's for one game here, and yeah, I'm not 100%. I'm going with 7% or 77, 7 to 10.
I'm sure maybe in the second quarter you'll be asking for Nick Mullins too.
I'm not going to ask for Nick Mullins. Sam got you here. You roll with Sam no matter what. That's what you have to do, and you hope he can get out of his funk.
I think he could go out and crap the bed, and I honestly look the same this week, and someone's still going to pay him $40 million a year. Like,
the question is for next week. The question isn't for, is someone go and pay him next year.
No, I know, but like I have full confidence in Sam Darnold, and everybody is guessing right now. We have never seen him play a playoff game, ever. It's just a complete guess.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, last week is what as close you're going to get to a playoff game in season. So I feel like you can almost count that. Viking Maniac.
What's going on? Maniac. When the Vikings lose, I kind of go maniac. Oops, my bad. Skull mother truckers. Last week was not a playoff game. You can say it was.
Well, the atmosphere. I mean, it was the same thing. It was for the number 1 seed. It was for seeding. It was had everything just.
But was it a playoff game?
Well, it wasn't. But it was a huge game with playoff ramifications. So it wasn't technically a playoff game, but everything else about it was at that same level.
But not a playoff game.
No, but again, just as big
for a regular season game.
That also gave you your division title and the number 1 seed.
Well, they could have won games before that and got the division title before that game. I'm not.
There wasn't a single game during the season that had those ramifications. So this was a huge game. You can't deny it wasn't a huge game.
Yeah, it was a big game. Just like the 14 ones he won. Sam.
Quick 7 in Jacksonville.
I'm not taking you take your negative shit and jam it up your ass.
I'm not being negative. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I feel like he had the big game spotlight, so I don't expect him to have any jitters because it's just the playoffs this week. I think that got out of the system last week. That's what I'm hoping for anyway.
10.
One bar is going 10. Confidence is not shaken one bit. All right, well, let's spotlight a player for this game. Vikings, Rams can be on either side. Maybe it's a Rams player. Maybe it's a Vikings player. Maybe it's somebody else.
Spotlight. Who's everybody's spotlight player? Who's the guy that just needs to show up big? Maybe it's Sam Darnold.
Shine.
Chop suey. Horrible meal.
I've never been a big chop suey guy.
Was that a band or was that a song?
It was a song by God, who did sing chop suey?
I think it was a very bad band. I could be wrong.
It was a heavy.
Jefferson. Obvious choices. Darnold. Big game from Naylor. Davey. That's weird.
Where's the spotlight player?
Hey, man, I called out Naylor last week before the game. Thought he was going to have a big game. I'm an idiot.
Moosins are not being kind to Blake Cashman.
Cashman sucked last week.
Yeah.
He did not have a good game.
System of a Down, if they'll be under. That's who sing Chop Suey.
Wow. I'm surprised I even knew that.
Doesn't Chop Suey have like those
crusty ass noodles?
Noodles, yeah. I want to say crackery noodles. Those
brown.
Things.
Ham going ham.
He's going ham. Going with CJ Ham, spotlight player. Only way we win is with the big CJ Ham game.
Cam Akers. Wish he would have took that thing to the house. Special teams. It's fair.
Wes Dryden, big fan of System of a Down.
I bet a guy named Wes loves. I could see that.
I think the last name Dryden sounds like a guy who likes to rock out.
Is that a band or is that just something he tried to type in?
That's his favorite thing to watch.
I think he tried to type that in Google and actually.
I think you got your search history. You got your search history.
Darnold and Gilmore. I got TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah.
Say this effing name damn near every week. Rams suck against tight ends. Tight ends have been feasting. Whatever his nuts is from the Cardinals, 12 receptions, Noah Fant, George Kittle. I can't even remember who else they played, but every tight end against the Rams does very, very well. TJ, man, it's playoffs. We need your big game. We need your big game, dude. It's time. It's time, TJ. Please, Lord.
I'm not going to get cute. I know Thor is here waiting. I'm just going to go with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold has to be on. He has to be on. He's the spotlight. It's all on him.
Now you hate Sam Darnold more than anything.
I don't hate him. He's got to be on his game. We need the Week 17 Sam Darnold we saw against the Packers. That's what we got to have.
Yeah, no, you can't. You hate him. You hate him.
I don't hate him.
Thor, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, boys? How we doing?
How are you, man?
Good to see you guys.
God, you're matching very well tonight. Very well. Lupagus has just been going on a tangent about Sam Darnold, how much he hates him. That's not true. Let's ask Thor.
Yeah.
Just you ask. I can't remember the actual question. Based off of last week.
1 to 10, your confidence level of Sam Darnold performing well Monday night against the Rams.
Playoffs, first playoff game. What's your confidence level? 10 being you trust him.
I'd say like
this is gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
I'd say like 3.75.
Holy
wow!
Shit.
You don't trust him at all.
All right, before the Detroit game, was it still 3.7?
No, it would have been like 7.2.
Wow.
No.
Is it the stage? Do you think you just can't deliver on that high of a stage, or is just like, I mean, what is it?
I think it's the ability to get pressure on him and then disguise the coverage looks while taking away his first read. I think that's the formula to, turning him into a fembot. Like, remember Austin Powers where like the fembot and then the head pops off? Like his problem, it's always been going through the progressions, right? He comes out, redshirt sophomore out of USC, did not have a ton of experience in college. And like the bugaboo on him, it was, goes through the progressions too slowly and then sometimes makes YOLO decisions when he's under duress and his timer gets sped up because he doesn't have a great timer and his like the pocket timer and stuff like that, the presence there. So you would see some of those panic decisions. And like against the Lions, it was crazy because prior to that, by the way, the game before that, the Green Bay one, you were alluding to that. I thought that was the most impressed that I had been with him going through the progressions. That was like the crazy thing. Like, at the beginning of the season, he's just throwing at Jefferson, right? It's like the first read is there. And when the first read is there, Sam's going to look awesome. Then teams start taking away Jefferson. You start going to Addison. And then in the last game against Green Bay, they were heavily shading the coverage to help out both the boundary corners because they obviously had injuries in that room. And Sam was going to third and fourth options. And there was plays back there longer than 3 seconds after the snap where you saw his head snapping, progression 1, progression 2, progression 3. And that was like something I hadn't seen from him before. So it was like, wow, like he's really taken a step forward. And the strategy of blitzing the hell out of him and then constantly double covering Jefferson and then just praying for rain, it just totally, took the pull out of the circus tent. It was like he had reverted back to, the worst aspects of his game. And we got, basically the Josh Freeman game from back in the day.
Yeah, that was great. That still haunts me.
A lot of love for Thor in the comments. Everybody's very happy to see you're much smarter than us. We appreciate you hopping on. I got to ask you, so like clearly you've made it very well known. Like JJ McCarthy is the guy next year. He should be the guy. Sam Darnold isn't in the future. What annoys you more when you see fans talking? The thought of them wanting to trade McCarthy and thinking we will, or the thought of signing Sam Darnold to a long contract?
Both. Both. But the first one, trading McCarthy, of course. That's where the visceral feelings, it's my son. So it's like you're trying to send my boy away. More visceral, but both are wrong. Both are wrong inclinations.
So would you even keep him here? I mean, would you do the franchise and trade? I mean, what would you do with Sam Darnold?
I hope and pray that Sam plays good enough against the Rams so that he has a robust enough market and free agency where a tag and trade is still a viable option. My concern is that if he goes and has another dud, there will not be enough of them. Because think about it, the franchise tag, the tender, what is it, 40 and change million for one season. Like, to have a team incentivized to give up a draft pick in order to get him on that tender, it would be to get out of a bidding war against the other 4 teams that need quarterbacks. But like if you have 4 or 5 teams bidding for this, that's where you could see a trade like that. But if you only have one team that's willing to give them like a Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith kind of a deal, obviously that goes away. And then the Vikings, you're going to have to accept the 2026 round 3 comp.
Nice. Let's move off the quarterbacks for a second here. Dallas Turner, what was your thoughts of him year 1?
He had some flash plays, you got to see some of the, the athletic tools, and which were great. And that, I think the fact that we didn't see him until later on, sparingly used before, it obviously speaks both to the depth of that the team has on the edge, but then also Turner was a raw player. Like it was him against Jared Verse. It's not, people are naturally going to do that comparison because of this game. It's not really a fair comparison because Jared Verse was in college 5 years, I believe. It was either 5 or 6, but he was like, Jared Verse was awesome at Albany in the FCS, like back in the day. And then after he dominated there, then he went up to FSU and he was awesome there in 2022. And he probably would have been a first round pick had he left then, but then he goes back to school for another year. Whereas Dallas Turner, it was 3 years at Alabama and not all that was full-time starting. Right. And like Dallas Turner could win a lot of one-on-one matchups with his athleticism. Like he has the frame, he has the length, and he's ridiculously athletic. So he could steal the shoulder from the offensive tackles in the SEC. And I saw a lot of that, him winning pass rush reps just by blowing by the dude and then bending around the corner. But like the speed element, you're going to have more in the NFL. You can't just run around guys. And so like I wanted to, with him, and again, he's 2 years behind Jared Verse in the line of continuum. So you can't judge them apples to apples yet. But Jared Verse is more or less a finished product, whereas Dallas Turner, he needs a little time. Like he needs to learn. He needs to keep bulking up. He needs to learn how to anchor against the run, and he has to add to his pass rushing repertoire, and then get more comfortable going to the second plan, third plan when the first one is shut down.
You put out a tweet saying the Vikings need to pay Trey Smith whatever to get him that guard.
Yeah.
And you also said they need another starting guard, which I think everybody will be very excited about. With the Vikings limited draft capital, is there any way they find a guard in the draft?
It's possible. Like Tyler Booker from Alabama is one guy that some people project into the very end of the first round. He's not dominant enough for me to be like I want a guard to be dominant in college. In order for that to be the 1-to-1, like a lot of times we'll also get the transition tackle to guard. But I don't know that there's anyone in the first round that I would be, for where the Vikings are going to be picking. I think the better route here is to do what I said, do whatever it takes to get Trey Smith, best interior offensive lineman, best guard that will be available. He's going to cost a decent amount, but he won't cost half what Sam Darnold would. I mean, that's the whole point, is like, you're defraying that cost by letting Sam walk, and you retain your $70 million war chest, 6th most projected in the NFL right now. Trey Smith immediately steps in, perennial Pro Bowl guard, the best guard that you've had since Hutchinson. I mean, it's been a while. This is a problem area. Like this is bad, right? Like this needs to get fixed this offseason. You have the resources. Sign him, and then with your other, you can sign 2 other studs, and you can still be around the mid-50s, and then you'll still have the money left over to sign Murphy, and we'll see about Bynum as well. But that's how I would do it. And then the first round pick, you're going to use it probably interior defensive lineman or cornerback, and it's going to be dependent obviously who falls there, but then also what you've done in free agency before that, because I think we'd all agree both those positions probably need 2 new starters.
Have you ever seen Have you ever seen a team whiff on so many mid-round guards before? The Wyatt Davises, Ed Ingrams. I'm missing a ton. Yankee. I mean, we've never hit on one of those things.
Yeah, it's been a problem area for a while, and like I said, they have the resources this time, and now you don't have to take a project in round 4 that you're off, that an area scout's banging the table for based on his measurables or the way he looked against UTEP in September or whatever. Like, you can go out and solve this for real. Do what you did when you signed Steve Hutchinson. Put a friggin' poison pill on that thing if you have to.
Oh, hell yeah.
Poison pill the shit out of it. Like, we need Trey Smith.
Oh, all right, Thor. I love
he's
that.
Gonna be here. He's going to be a Viking now.
How excited you?
Got to. Yeah.
This must be like Christmas for you, draft season kicking off here. It's January. I'm sure you're just chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about Danny Dimes. Like, do you expect him to be J.J. McCarthy's backup, or what do you think's going to happen with him? Is there a future with him here in Minnesota?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, he's going to be QB2, and I think he's going to get the exact same contract that Sam's leaving. Right, the 1 year, really? $10 million. Yeah, to me, this was telegraphed with that signing, right? Like, Daniel Jones could have gone somewhere and been thrown out there right away, and then he could have been hunting for like a starting job next year. I think he wants the full year of the like in college football, we used to have a joke about all these coaches who would become disgraced, former head coaches, they would join Nick Saban's staff. Like Steve Sarkisian, he was fired at Washington for like being an alcoholic. Lane Kiffin, he got run out of the Raiders and USC. Well, anyway, all these different guys would migrate to Saban, and all of a sudden they would come out, they get their new head coaching job. Their reputation had been wiped clean, and that's what I could see happening here. Like the Daniel Jones wants to learn under KOC for a year. Your injury insurance, you're the mentor, and then you could try free agency again the next year, and decide if you want to stick around as a backup or you want to go out and get something else. And whenever he leaves, he will be a qualifying free agent that the Vikings will net a compensation pick for. And they, if it's different than what I'm saying right now, and he does leave, them activating him for the playoffs. That triggered that, so we'll see.
Viking funeral, quick. Are we stuck with Bradbury? We're not moving on from him.
To me, like I think probably he gets one more year, and you try to fix the guards. You have to fix. I mean, like they have to get one. Will they do two? I hope so. But yeah, Bradbury could be the one that sticks around. I do think Bradbury, like with way better guards around him, I do think he would look better, right? I mean, like he's an undersized. I mean, you guys remember like Jeff Christie going back in the time machine, like an undersized center, but like had the mobility and stuff like that and could get the angles. Like a guy like that having the Colossus guards next to you is a little bit better than some of the leaky guys that we've had next to him to this point. I'm not excusing him. I was the guy that said Dexter Lawrence had Garrett Bradbury and Kirk Cousins' lap more than his kids on Sunday. But yeah, I mean, that I think he might get another shot, one more year.
All right, I know we're talking a lot about the future and everything, but let's go back to this season. It's still alive. We're still got a chance to bring home a Lombardi Trophy.
Great chance.
I asked you confidence level with Sam Darnold. What's your confidence level with the Vikings making a deep playoff run after what you've seen this season? After what you saw last week, what are you thinking?
Define deep.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe get to NFC.
Win one game.
Yeah. Win one game. I'll say. I would be lower than the Vegas odds. I kind of think the line should be flipped. So like I'll say 48%.
It's not bad
for the one game. If it's still like the NFC Championship, and this might be, hopefully this gets replayed in the future. To make me look like a moron. But 100%. I'm gonna say like 8%.
8%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could have been 3%.
I'm not confident.
Could have been 3%. All right. So how at this point, I mean, you're looking at the college football draft all the time, and like how far ahead of you are the game right now? How deep are you in the players right now?
I mean, like I have exposure on everyone, but like at this time, like I'm setting up my draft database, polishing that off because you have to get in everyone who is officially declared and then who is returning to college. It takes way longer than you would think to just every position have it jive. But then, I'll start going position by position. But what I start with is studying the Senior Bowl players. I'm leaving for Mobile 2 weeks from Monday. Nice. So like, those are the first guys that are like up on the thing. So I'll go through all those dudes. This year's Senior Bowl is crazy. Like it is loaded this year. There's like more guys deciding to play. We saw this in the bowl games too. Not as many opt-outs, and we're seeing more guys in the All-Star games this year too. But the Senior Bowl is pretty loaded, so I'm excited to get down there. And there's prospects there that the Vikings are going to be interested in. My pet favorite is the mutant from Kentucky, Deion Walker, the 6'6", 350 guy. But yeah, it's always fun in Mobile.
Are you going to push him like you did McCarthy last year? Is he your horse this year?
He's his boy.
I mean, yeah, like I don't know if I'll ever get someone to that degree, like my love for JJ, but yeah, I mean, he might be my Deion might be my guy in this class. We'll have to see how it plays out. I want to get a little bit deeper into the film, especially the defenders are the guys you have to watch, like because the broadcast view is sort of lacking there. But yeah, we'll see what we come out with.
All right, one more quick one before we let you go. Appreciate the hell out of you for hopping on real quick. I know you're busy as shit. I don't think we've asked you this before. Who is one guy in the last handful of drafts, however long you've been covering it, that you absolutely pegged that was going to be better than anybody expected? Like, who is the guy that you can hang your hat on? Just like, I nailed this one, man. He was so damn good. He made me look like a genius.
Well, for me, like this wasn't in the past couple, but Lamar Jackson's like my favorite one probably ever because I had him number 5 that year overall, and he went with the last pick of the first round. But most people in my industry had him as a late first rounder or second rounder, and I just had a big conviction on that one. That one worked out. Recently, Puka would be one.
Nice.
I'm trying to think. Other dudes, yeah. I mean, like you almost remember your misses more than your hits, but yeah, it's because every year I get to the point at the end of the spring I put out the 500 board, the big board, and then I have the 500 player comps. But you're basically at that point you're making 500 predictions on outcomes that haven't occurred yet. So it's like you're going to be, and then comparing it against the consensus or different people, like you're going to be different in certain ways, and you're going to be wrong a lot, and you're going to be right a lot. So it always gets your juices back going, like starting it again, getting into the Senior Bowl guys, and it's going to be awesome being in Mobile in a couple weeks. Like it's just down. That's where it's true football degeneracy down there. Like the combine is more buttoned up, but in Mobile, it's like it's windbreakers and jeans or sweatshirts and jeans, and just a lot of people there that like football, but like the town's overflowing with either NFL personnel or NFL media, and like we go to this shitty towny bar, hole in the wall called Veets at night, and you run into it's the craziest experience because it's like NFL coaches, scouts, the business owners, media. Like the craziest assortment of stuff. Like I bumped into Mark Brunell trying to go to the bathroom one of the nights because he was the the quarterback coach or whatever for one of the teams. You just see the crazy. There's one story about one NFL assistant, a former NFL player, that I can't say an anecdote because it's a bit too salacious. But anyway, it's definitely a good time.
That is fantastic, man. Thor, we got to have you on again very soon.
From Mobile,
for sure. I will be ready to go. We're going to be doing live shows from there, so could certainly hop you on. Maybe not from Veets. You guys might get an FCC violation, but maybe from my. It would be safer. Yeah.
No, we appreciate it, man. Last one, awesome. Canned tuna. Thoughts, yay or nay?
Canned tuna.
Canned tuna. Do you eat canned tuna?
I've dabbled. For me, it's more I like the packets, and particularly now that they've elevated their game, where you get the spoon. Right, I like it when they include the spoon because then you can do it on the go. You have the pouch. Like it's
they give you a spoon.
Yeah, you get the little plastic spoon.
Like the wooden one you get in school with the ice cream.
We don't got Thor money, man. It's canned tuna. We don't get spoons with our tuna.
No, like they sell these. And they're different flavors. It's good, but there's one that's like tuna salad. The comments will know. The comments I don't know the names of it, but they're great because then you can just take it with you. You can't bring the can with you. And by the way, one other note on the tuna thing, I found this fascinating. I got a cat because I have a house, and I had a mouse in the basement the first year, and I was like looking around, and so I was looking around for traps and all this sort of stuff, and someone told me just get a cat, you won't have a problem again. So I got a cat here, and I totally forgot where I was going with that story.
That's the clip. That's the clip that's going to be on.
That's good. Yeah, we'll keep showing that one.
I had to ask because Luppagus and I got into a little tuna debate. And I don't like
tuna melts are good. Tuna salad's good.
So the cat loves the can but it's like the the brand. One of those things. So the cat loves them. Well, anyway, I had a whole bunch of stocked up the cans of tuna because I don't see the utility with them. Sometimes I'll put them in eggs, but it's a rarity. I don't just like to eat them out of. So I decided to try to show one off on the cat. The cat likes the fancy feast. Assuredly, the cat will like fish of the sea, or what do they call the thing? Whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't touch it. It's like, what? You're too good for the human version. Like, are you kidding? Like, I left it
high
out.
maintenance.
But did you try the fancy feast? Maybe you're missing out.
I'm not going to try the fancy feast, and I'm still incredulous to this day that Felix wouldn't eat the stuff from the grocery store. But
if the Vikings sign Trey Smith, how about we all share some fancy feast on a live show?
I think we should.
I think that's fair.
It feels more like a punishment. Shouldn't we do something?
Make it feel good.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean, he comes from Tennessee. He was a 5-star recruit there, originally a tackle. Maybe we go to Lynchburg and have some Jack and Diets.
Done. I will wet myself if I have that. I'll have beer. But Thor, man, you're the shit.
Yeah,
love having you on, man. We appreciate it. Take care.
Appreciate it, boys. We'll talk soon.
Yeah. Hell yeah. See you, Thor.
Thor, the man. He's the man. He's the man. He knows
that was good stuff.
Knows his shit.
I didn't know you were gonna touch a nerve there with the tuna talk.
It's gonna be hilarious. We should clip that where he just all of a sudden goes, I have no idea where I'm going with that. That's the clip. That'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful.
That is good. All right, let's get back into the Rams.
Thor is the man. A lot of comments. Yeah. Everybody's loving on Thor, so that's awesome, man.
All right, let's talk about some current concerns about these Rams. I think a lot of us said, this was a matchup we really didn't want in the first round, and we got it. So let's talk about the Rams offense. What concerns you most with this Rams offense?
It's their fucking quarterback, man. He's too grizzled. He's too chiseled. He's too what's the word? Not grizzled and chiseled. What's the Teflon? Nothing bugs him. He's too what's the word? Been around too long. Doesn't get rattled, basically. You're not going to rattle Stafford. You're not going to rattle him at all. We couldn't sack him at all in the game. Yep. Nobody sacked him all year. I don't get it. He's old. He should be decrepit. He should be able not to move. And he gets the ball out. He gets the ball out fast. Boom, 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 boom. And that's what scares me. The quick passes to Puka, to Cooper. That's what murdered us in the first game.
Yeah,
season. There you go, Michael.
I was going to say stoic, Luminous. That's how you dropped the word stoic.
All are much better than what I said. I said hard.
By the way, Wumbar, when Thor was on, where was he? Viking Maniac was asking how to become a member.
I've got a couple new members, and I go right on the page. You'll see, or you know what? I'll just put out the link. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, 100%.
I think their offensive line is dog shit.
Yeah, but they got so many weapons. You got Kyren Williams, there's no slouch at running back. They're going to pound the shit out of the football. You got Puka, who just killed us last time. Cooper Kupp had a little bit of a slower game, if I'm remembering right.
Everybody's coming through with some good words, by the way.
Yeah, and then also Higbee's coming back. That could be an issue. There's just a lot of weapons on this Rams offense, and it's all led by Matt Stafford, who, doesn't have a lot of mobility, but he pulled some magician shit on us last time. I can't remember who was it. That was the game where we had him dead to rights, and he somehow got away.
Dude threw 4 touchdowns on us. I don't even think he had 4 touchdowns yet in the season. I think he only had 3.
I don't think he even had 2. But yeah, and he could throw the ball from all kinds of crazy ass angles. So yeah, the offense is very scary. It's very scary. It's very concerning. But again, like we're talking to Jake today, he said they don't have a lot of explosive plays despite having all these weapons. So
they're not explosive. It's just they just keep twisting the knife. They keep doing their little dunks. Williams, very good running back. They just do the little stuff. There's the link right there. You want to become a member? Let's get a new member tonight.
Like Wes said here, in the middle of the field. I mean, they'll kill you in the middle of the field, and they'll expose that. And
well, last time, to be fair, we had Ivan Pace and Grazier Hill trying to cover those guys. 2 of the worst, probably, cover linebackers in the league. So there's the link again. Become a member.
Yeah, I hope Viking Maniac is still here and didn't go have some tuna.
Dante, you're right. They are fresh. They basically had a week. They had a week off. Is that good? Is that bad? Sometimes it works against you. You never know. But they're kind of older, so they probably needed it.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about their defense. What concerns us about this defense of the Los Angeles Rams?
They gave up a lot of yards on the
Viking Maniac.
Viking Maniac got nothing for nothing. If that's what you do, turn around.
Is that the guy who made that rap song that jinxed us?
You ain't got nothing. Is this a rap song?
I don't know.
I don't know. I like it. I like it. Thank you. Whatever that means.
Did you see the link for the membership, Viking Maniac? We'd love to have you be a member.
We're waiting just for you, Viking Maniac. Defense, front 7. That's it.
Yeah.
You're talking about the John Johnsons and the Carmen Curl, whatever the hell his name is.
Cameron Curl, Cameron Kitchens.
Not worried about their secondary. The fact that I said that, they'll probably shut us down because I yap my mouth too much.
Lord Duncan sent those Guns N' Roses lyrics. Yeah, I mean, it's that front. It's scary. Braden Fisk has been, I think, even better than you expected. You were all over his
Never.
nuts.
I thought he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely nuts. Jared Verse has been a beast. And then Kobe Turner, a guy we were really impressed with when we interviewed him a couple of years ago. Dude's got his shit together. And I'm really happy for the career he's having so far. I just want him to suck on Monday night.
Yeah. I know Jake explained why Jared Verse did the skull fair, but that still burns my nuts right off. I want someone to do a skull right in his face when we're up by 20, 40 quarter.
And that's always going to happen when you have a chant like the skull chant. It's always going to get put in your face when things aren't going your way.
Oh, that could go many, many ways. What else we got?
That's about it with the Rams. I'd hate to see the season we've had, be one and done in the playoffs. They didn't start getting the narrative being pushed that KOC can't win in the playoffs. Now all that stuff's going to happen. I hope to God this team can bounce back and look like the team that won 14 games and not what we saw last Sunday night.
Yeah, I mean, it would be horribly disappointing. I really do feel good about the Vikings and the Rams. I think it's going to be a much different game, obviously, than what we saw last week. I think it's going to be a much different game than we saw the first time we played the Rams. I think we got some points up our sleeve. If Sam Darnold plays like he did last week, obviously it's going to be a shit show. If Sam Darnold plays like Sam Darnold has played in some of his better games, we're going to be able to put some points on the board. Run the fucking ball.
Yeah,
we ran it 16 times last week. Run the ball, set up a play action.
And I think that was KOC's biggest failure, was just not sticking with the run throughout that game last week, especially in the red zone. Like, Sam Darnold's not feeling it. Go to the run game. Try something else. I don't have a great feeling about this game, but I had a good feeling about last week's game. So I actually like the fact that I don't have a good feeling, if that makes any sense.
Doesn't. I feel great about it. I think we're going to win. I'm already planning the next live stream after that. And we will be streaming the whole game again, by the way.
I had such a good feeling last week. So, all right, we're coming down to the trivia. So if anybody wants, this is a final call to get
I'll get the wheel set up. It's Vikings playoffs.
Vikings playoffs. And I think there was someone from last week who you said you're going to – Monmita was one, and then was it FW Ender or somebody else you're supposed to put on from last week who came in late?
Yeah, I got to be honest. I mean, it never matters. We always do a giveaway anyway, but Vikings playoff, I couldn't tell you. I don't feel good about that at all. When you come down to, hey, who scored the first touchdown last year against the Giants? I don't remember anything.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do bad in this.
I'll put the line at 5. I don't know if this is hard or not. Yeah, maybe the Culpepper jersey was bad luck last week. Drinking from the horn sure as hell didn't help, and I had a little bit of a bellyache the next day from it.
Yeah, I bet you did.
And then look at it, I grew a horn up here from it. This is actually a burn, but that one. Lord Duncan's on. We love you too, Lord.
Viking Maniac.
Ooh, Bartholomew, we'll get another new one.
Viking Maniac. Man, you guys are sorry, Lupicus, talk about something.
Oh yeah, I was just reading some comments here. Rex
Viking
Kettle
Maniac,
says,
man. Thank you.
Whip the Rams and give us hopes and dreams only to get destroyed in the divisional or championship game. Well, it wouldn't be the playoffs if we didn't actually lose in heartbreaking fashion.
No, we're not gonna. We're gonna win the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna I don't know, die.
This is the only jersey needed. It says Alex Rush.
Rush. All right, let's do this. The wheel is ready. Viking Maniac put in some work tonight. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody.
Did you see? Did you get Bartholomew on there? And
I got Montemita on there twice because he just put another one in from last week.
Okay, and Lord Don. Okay, great. All right, let's get. Did someone else just do one?
I just caught Montemita's.
So. Okay, that was the 15. Okay. Great. All right, let's get this thing started. Viking trivia. Again, this is honor of our fallen brother, Skull TYA trivia. First question is this. The Vikings' last playoff appearance was a loss to the Giants at home in 2023. Kirk Cousins infamously finished that game by throwing short of the sticks on 4th and 8. Who caught that pass that was 5 yards short of the first down?
Hawkinson. Final answer.
TJ Hawkinson is correct. You got 2 points. Boom.
My God. I'm the smartest man alive.
Griff Daddy just donated too, if you can still add to the
Griff
wheel.
Daddy did?
All right. Yeah. You got 2 points. Again, play along at home. Viking Maniac did it again.
Are you serious? Jesus, Viking Maniac. I feel like we. All right. Yeah, right. that was
Hey, I wanted you to get a good start. Get you in a good rhythm here. Like
Thank you.
Sam Darnold wasn't last week.
All right, let's go.
All right, here we go. The Vikings lost the 2017 NFC Championship 38-7. Who caught the Vikings' only touchdown in that blowout loss?
Kyle Rudolph. Final answer. Boom.
Kyle Rudolph is correct. You're 2 for 2, 4 points.
Tight ends. Tight ends are making me look smart. I remember we went up 7-0 right away.
Yeah.
And I said we're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
And then it happened.
And Danny showed up and everything went to hell.
Nah, nothing goes to hell when he shows up.
I couldn't believe he showed up. All right, question number 3. The Vikings play the Rams this Monday night in the 2024 divisional round. Todd Stussy started his career with the Vikings and finished it with the Rams. He played for 2 other teams, one of which was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What was their team Todd Stussy played for?
Carolina Panthers, final answer.
Oh, my God. Look at that. You are 3 for 3.
Todd Stussy. I know everywhere where Todd Stussy goes. Killing it.
Oh, damn. Thought that one might get you.
No way. If you would have said, you said he played for the Bucs?
Yeah.
If you'd have said the Panthers or other one, I don't think I would have got the Bucs.
See, I remember him playing for the Bucs. I didn't remember him playing for the Panthers. So
yeah, I don't think I would have got the Bucs.
All right, here we go. I got a couple here for I like to put some old school ones on for our older viewers. The Vikings' first ever playoff appearance was December 22nd, 1968. Who did they lose to in that contest?
I mean, we just go to multiple choice. I don't know. It's going to be some old-ass team.
Was it A, Chicago Bears, B, Cleveland Browns, C, Baltimore Colts, D, Dallas Cowboys?
Cowboys, final answer.
No, Davey got it right. It was the Baltimore Colts.
Wow, Davey, well done, sir.
Yep. All right, we got 2 more.
It was just a complete guessing game. I got 6, right?
It's you already won. Yeah, this is all just
making sure, because I'm getting a little loosey-goosey here.
All right. Blair Walsh, this is question 5. Blair Walsh infamously missed the field goal in the 2014 divisional round that would have won the game. The reason why he missed was because the ball was placed with the laces out or in, whatever. They're facing in. Who was the holder who made that faux pas?
Jesus, was it Cluey? I don't think it was Chris Cluey. What year was that?
2014.
Oh, it's got to be Chris Cluey then. Chris Cluey, final answer.
No, it was Jeff Locke. Jeff Locke was the holder.
Jeff Locke from UCLA, I believe. Shitty punter, man. Was only one and done. Was he UCLA?
It might have been.
God. Cluey, what a stupid answer. I'm an idiot.
Nah, he was right in the mix. He was right in the mix of that time frame, so it wasn't a bad guess. All right, again, you got the last 2 wrong, but you started off with 3 right, so you won.
Going for it. Going for it. No.
All right, here we go. Question 6. The final question always has a little bit of a personal ring to it. You'll find out why when this one's done. Which Vikings quarterback led the team to their first ever playoff appearance?
Oh, it ain't that asshole. Let's see. Give me multiple choices.
Is it A, Joe Cap, B, Fran Tarkenton, C, Gary Kuzo, or D,
I think you're
Tommy
trolling
Kramer?
me. Well, it ain't Tommy Kramer. I think you're trolling me now. If I say Joe Cap and it was Fran Tarkenton, that will be about the 5th time Joe Cap has screwed me over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it.
Get a chance on this one to exercise your Joe Cap demons.
I'm gonna do it. I think this is where it ends. It's Joe Cap.
Final answer?
Final answer.
It was Joe Cap. Yes.
Finally shake the Joe Cap demon. Not really, but kind of makes me feel a little bit better. Joe Cap.
I had to put him in there.
My life. Thank you for
had to do
redemption.
Had to do a Joe Cap question.
Redemption story. Did anybody else? Is the wheel still up to date?
There was a couple that came in.
The last one I got were Griff Daddy and Viking Maniac. You told me.
Yeah, that's where it ended. So 17 plus the 2, so 19 names should be on there.
All right. Well, let's spin this puppy. We appreciate all the love in the super chats as always. We're going to be streaming the Rams game live. What the hell? Look at this.
And also, again, a huge thanks to Top Data for sponsoring the show tonight. Again, and then you can get something from one of our sponsors if you want. Maybe some more Lupagus swag, shirt, maybe a hat, something like that.
Give me a second here. I something got jacked up, but hold tight.
And again, if you do win, you guys have to email us onebarlupagus@gmail.com. onebarlupagus@gmail.com. We want to give you stuff, but we can't.
Yeah, but you guys, everybody's been doing a pretty good job of that lately. So it's really messing up tonight. And messing up being it's me because I'm a moron. There we go.
Oh.
All right. Yes, and also we got Luke Brown coming on Friday. Like I said, we'll be streaming the game Monday. All of our regular shows, so check them out. If you haven't checked out Schooling with the Enemy, check that out too. You ready?
Before you spin, wait.
Oh God, that reeks of death. All right, here we go. Winner, chicken dinner.
So nervous. What could it be?
Oh, I think think it's going to be Lord Duncan. That's twice in a
Lord
row.
Duncan wins again.
Lord
2 in a row.
Duncan, Viking Maniac by a pube.
Yeah, just the slightest of pubes.
Lord Duncan, hit us up, man. We just sent him. We sent him some mini groans, which he appears to maybe enjoy quite a bit. Bartholomew, you're on there. You're. I see you right there. You were between Lord Duncan and Viking Maniac. I think I spelled it wrong though. So yes, you were definitely on there. Let's go Vikings, man. Let's win a playoff game. We're going to talk to you before that, but let's kick some ass.
Let's do it. Hell yeah, it's time. We got here. It's not easy to get to this point. Now that we're here, let's go on a roll. Let's bring that trophy home where it belongs. Finally.
Don't eat any tuna. Tuna's gross. Don't eat tuna. Remember that. Thor, appreciate him coming on again. We'll probably keep asking him to come on until he just tells us to beat it, but he's always on like that, so we appreciate it.
Hell yes. And guys, remember this. Male seahorses, male sea dragons, and male pipefish are the only animals in which the male gives birth.